Superstar, MVP, role model, humanitarian, best friend, brother, son. Kevin Durant continues to beat the odds that were stacked against him from the time he was born in Washington, D.C., to reach pinnacles that most only can dream of. The only thing missing from Durant's ever-growing list of accomplishments is an NBA championship. The Oklahoma City Thunder have gotten close to securing that elusive NBA title, and Kevin is relentlessly trying to make that dream become yet another reality. Off the court, he's used his influence to help others. He's shown kids the benefits of dreaming big, shown his mother the epitome of appreciation, and through it all, he's shown the humble dignity that's rare in today's sports-obsessed world. In this exclusive one-on-one interview with Kevin Durant, REVOLT steps inside the mind of one of the greatest athletes of our generation. You're watching Kevin Durant, only one.
So Kevin, what do you feel like the importance behind actually celebrating Black History Month?
To be honest, man, I'm more so about not celebrating it just for one month.
Okay.
I'm about it's an every year thing, an everyday thing. You have to
make Black History every day.
You have to teach everybody about what we went through. We didn't go through just a month of suffering, and we're still going on to this day. So I think that what we've went through and what should be taught now, it should be a yearly, everyday thing.
Are there any historical Black leaders or figures that you relate to or that your mom raised you on growing up?
Well, obviously, Dr. King was influential in everything we did growing up. My mom always used to teach my brother and I lessons on what he stood for, and that's how I just try to live my life, man. View everybody as equal, and I was always told as a kid I can do whatever I want, no matter color or anything. So my mom just instilled that into my brother and I as kids, and I've been rolling ever since.
Okay, now the Black athlete would be considered a hero in a lot of households.
Yeah.
Where we talk about Dr. Martin Luther King and we have those civil leaders, but you are considered a hero and a leader to a lot of kids growing up. What does that mean to you? What responsibility do you hold on your shoulders?
Well, it means a lot. For me, I really want to do my justice in giving back to the youth by just letting them know the struggles that I went through and that I still go through to this day. And let them know that it's hard getting to, elite level at anything, but you can do it. It's simple. I just try to tell the kids in my neighborhood that, if you continue to put the work in every single day, and believe in yourself, have confidence in yourself, then you can do anything. And that's the main message. I know it's simple, but it hits home.
Now, in the United States, it's been kind of a sad, eerie time. We had a lot of recent tragedies, Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin, and on and on and on. Growing up, in PG County, where you could definitely relate to a Trayvon Martin or Eric Garner, can you relate to these people? You feel like those could have been you? What are your thoughts on those situations?
I can relate to a struggle every single day. Being nervous, you go out your house some days and not knowing, when you might see your family again. It's tough doing that. It's tough growing up in that environment. But the reason that I got through is that I had people around me that pushed me and that taught me and that loved me enough to, keep me on the right path. The thing we should do, man, is just continue to lead, our kids in the right direction. It takes one person to change the world, I think. And if we continue to do it every single day, it's gonna start to turn.
What responsibility or what place do you feel like the Black athlete has in speaking up on social causes? We look at you and you have however many million followers on Instagram, and we see you every day on TV. Do you feel like that comes with a responsibility to speak up on something when you feel a certain way about it?
Yeah, it does. It does. For me, it's more so, if I'm talking to kids or if I'm talking to anybody, just letting them know what I believe in. It might not have to be, posting it on Instagram or Twitter. It's about really getting out on the streets and doing work, and that's what I believe in. And but there's a time and place for you to really blast what you believe out to the public. But sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad because you don't know how people are gonna take it. But I just try to do my job, and whoever I come past, just letting them know what I feel and what I believe in. And sometimes we don't have disagreements, but we gonna have a conversation.
you're one of those guys, and I forgot, I think it was Bomani Jones who tweeted it, and he was like, Kevin Durant's one of those guys who's real nice till he isn't. Yeah. And it was in response to your tweet where somebody, was coming at your teammate Collison about the contract, and you tweeted him back, and you was like, it's a lot coming from somebody who got fired for this and that.
Me and that guy, we always go at it. He's from my neighborhood, so we always talk trash. And I was really just taking up for my team and my teammates because he kind of threw a jab at both of us. I just learned, man, that I'm a respond sometimes because I can't keep saying enough. I'm human. Like I'm not just this tin man that don't have feelings or emotions, and somebody say something to me is not gonna get to me. So I'm gonna say something sometimes. So I respond to people on Twitter. Like I respond to people on Instagram. They got something to say because I want to let them know that like this is my life. Like this is what I do. I don't go to sleep some nights because I'm still thinking about a game. Like last night we lost at the buzzer, a double clutch three. Double pump. Yeah, and I couldn't sleep last night. Yeah. But people don't know that. This is real. This is not no. It's not just. It's not 2K or this is real life for me. So that's why I try to let people know. And I think a lot of basketball players and athletes or entertainers want to let people know that we all in with this. We're 10 toes down with what we're doing, and it's not just for fun like how you view it.
This is Cliff. This is KD's brother. He's been with him for a long time now. Yeah. So I guess we just want to get to know.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick tour. This is our little game room.
Okay.
This is where we come in here, we play cards, poker. These one of the pool tables Kevin got done.
How many levels is it?
The house?
Yeah.
Actually, it's 4 levels.
4 levels, okay. And you said that you, broke down a wall?
Yeah, he broke down a wall. It's more than one, so you broke it down to make it bigger.
Okay, so 2 condos.
Yeah, so we really don't got to take all the stairs. We got elevators in the house. We got 2 elevators.
All right. We'll take the elevator on the way down.
This is the steam room here.
How much of this stuff was in here before you guys got here? Or is it everything custom?
Everything is custom. Nothing was in here when we got here.
Pool table, the movie theater, the sauna. Got the free weights.
Yeah, free weights, but you see they custom.
With the KD logo, I don't know if you guys can see that.
Got the logo on
nothing in here is without branding. This season has been a little tumultuous for you, with injuries more than we've ever seen before. Yeah. How do you feel, being kind of up and down health-wise?
Oh, man, I never had a surgery before. I've never been out this long, and I'll tell you the story. I came into practice one day, and my foot was just hurting. It was like, aches and pains, and I told the team doctor, and he was like, we gonna get some tests on it and see how it is. So, it was a routine test we always do, and I went home and did my little thing, chilled at the crib, and they called me back and it was like, you need to come to the hospital now. I was like, what's going on? And they showed me I had a crack in my foot. So I'm like, all right, I could play through this. And they said we're gonna need to put a screw in it. And my heart just dropped. I'm like, man, I never had to go through this before, and it's really testing me right now. So I kind of I cried a little bit, because I love basketball so much, man. I hate sitting out. I always want to play. And there's a little bump in the road. So, I got through that, had surgery. I was out 8 weeks, got through that, I came back, and I was finally catching my stride. I was playing well, and I hurt my ankle, stepped on somebody's foot, and I was out for another 2 weeks. And then I came back, and somebody fouled me real hard, and I stepped down and bruised my toe, and that was the worst one. My big toe was the worst one. I was out for a week with that, so it was just time after time, man. And then once I'm on the floor, I'm like, I don't want to get hurt again. So it's in my. Is
it a mental thing?
Yeah, it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. Once you think about not getting hurt, I think that's when you get hurt. Once you figure out you're healed, man, and everything's gonna be all right. Just go out there and just live with the results, man. That's what I try to tell myself. But it's definitely been a tough season, and but it's only testing me and making me stronger.
6 All-Stars so far. Do you have a highest moment in the NBA and a lowest moment?
Yeah. The highest moment would be making it to the finals, beating the Spurs in 6 games. That was probably the best time of my life. We always talk about that in our locker room now, is that 2012 season. And the lowest point would probably be I wouldn't say losing the finals, man, because that was, it takes a lot to get there, and we lost in 5 games, but it was just like, man, we wanted to win, obviously, but it was just like, man, we made it this far, and, we learned a lot, we've been through a lot, and I wouldn't want to do it with any other guys than was in this locker room. So that was fun, even though we lost. But the lowest point, man, is like, we lost like, my rookie year, we lost like 20 games in a row. And I just I knew I would come home at night and like, man, I can't wait till my career is over. Like, this is miserable. This is how it's gonna be every single game, every single year. I can't. It's no way I can do this. And but I stayed with it, obviously, and we got better. But that was tough.
You turn on ESPN right now. We got a plane in the back. You see these guys, with journalism degrees, rank the top 10 NBA players. We see it every day.
Yeah.
He had a good game, we'll switch him to 7.
Yeah.
I want to get it from an NBA superstar himself. I want to get top 10 NBA players, and you include yourself. And we take it 10 to 1.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I don't really like doing this because I'll do it because I like you guys, but I don't really like doing it because obviously.
Does it change it so much?
It changes, but I judge it based off of like what you've done instead of like what you're doing right now. But I don't want to do it in order. But Kobe will be in there. James Harden, Anthony Davis, who's going to be I think is going to be the best power forward ever. Russell Westbrook is an animal. Stephen Curry. I'll put myself in there. LeBron James, Carmelo, Chris Paul, Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol.
Yeah.
It's the top 10 in no particular order.
Yeah.
And that's interesting because you put Kobe top 10 still. So you not.
Yeah, I don't see what people say about him. He's still a dog. Like, he's an animal, man.
Yeah.
He still got all these tricks and moves and shots and. Everybody joking about, he get injured or he's old, but he still can. I don't care, you're 37 years old, you're still having 26 points a game in the NBA. And you're still a great in my book, so yeah, he's still it.
Okay. Since we mentioned Kobe, who may be on this list, toughest 3 players to guard.
Carmelo.
Carmelo, why?
He's so big and strong, and he can shoot. And any guy that can shoot is tough to guard, but he can actually get to the basket at any time he wants. His offensive skill is just second to none. LeBron, because he's just a physical beast. He's strong, quick. His skill is definitely getting better. His jump shot is really good. He can post up, he can do it all. And James Harden would be tough too. He's a shot maker. I would put Steph Curry in there, but I don't really guard him a lot. But those 3 guys I guard, and they're tough because they can shoot the ball, but they can also drive, and they're big and strong.
Something that's different about Oklahoma City that I didn't expect till I got here is that the city and the team have a direct connection.
Yeah, I can feel the love because, when they came in, it was like a comfortable feel. It was like we got something that we can call ours.
It was unreal. You heard the rumors and you didn't get your hopes up too much, but once they landed in here, Oklahoma City became a big league city. Here we are in primetime ABC on Sunday against Cleveland and LeBron. Big thank you to Kevin Durant, obviously, and Russell Westbrook.
Are you guys big fans of Westbrook or Kevin Durant?
Both.
Now, there were rumors that KD would sign with the Knicks.
If KD left, I would cry. That would be the worst day of my life.
Free agency's coming up. Everybody's asking you where you want to go. We know, or at least I say I know. You're not going to say that. You're not going to look at the camera and say, in 2016, I'm going here.
Yeah.
So what I will ask you is, what would it take, or what do you look for in a new contract team? Whether is to stay with OKC or to go somewhere else. What are you looking for in a home?
I love it here, man. I love my teammates. I love the city. I don't really think about anywhere else. I hear it all the time, don't get me wrong. And, once you hear it, you kind of like, oh. But for me, I love staying in the moment. And I'm one of those guys that would love to stick it out, one team my whole career. I think that's the
Kobe type move.
Yeah, Kobe, Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki type of deal. That's awesome. But you never know what the future holds sometimes, and how teams may feel about you after a while. But I love it here, and I would love to get my jersey retired here.
It's crazy because I've never been to Oklahoma, so I've never been to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
We came for the first time just to talk to you. And it took me by surprise because it seems like the Thunder are the heartbeat. Like, you guys keep this city pumping. Like, when they told me that the rookie players, and at one point you yourself had to go down to the Oklahoma Memorial and take that tour to learn the history of that. When I hear things like that, it just seems like you guys are the heartbeat to this whole community.
Yeah, we give these people hope here, because when you think of Oklahoma City, before us, it was the Oklahoma City bombing, natural disasters. If we ever win the championship, I feel like we'll be heroes, because I feel like we resurrected a city that was down and that felt like nobody really cared about them and nobody really knew about, the people here. It's beautiful because they don't take us for granted. I go to big cities and play, and some teams aren't that good in the big cities, and you hear their fans booing or talking about the players or not coming to the games. But here, no matter what, we lost 20 in a row and every game was packed out, and they booed us one time and we deserved it. But when you come in there to that type of environment, man, that stable environment as a player, you like, all right, I got confidence because our fans gonna back us. You know what I mean? And that's just beautiful to have, man. And I never want to take that for granted. And last, my mom. When you didn't eat, you made sure we ate. You went to sleep hungry. You sacrificed for us. You the real MVP.
Your MVP speech. We could go on and on about it, but what were your thoughts on it going viral? Because I'm pretty sure I still have it saved in my phone as a meme.
Yeah, when I first seen it, I'm like, man, I was serious, man. I was up there crying, like I was really, showing a different side of me, and everybody make a joke out of it. So I was like, man, everything's got to be funny all the time. But after a while, I was like, man, it is what it is, man. It's social media, that stuff is always gonna get blown up. So, but I think a lot of people got the message. I don't know why I'm crying so much, man. I go home and I think about that stuff, man. When you got people behind you, you can do whatever. And I thank you, man. I appreciate you. It really hit home, because I hear it, still to this day.
Has anyone ever texted to you?
All the time.
Like, yo, I got the pizza. People be like, you the real MVP.
All the time. All the time. And I'm like, after about 3 or 4 months, I'm like, all right, now it's corny now. Every time I'm walking somewhere, everybody's like, you the real MVP? I'm like, all right, cool, man. At the end of my career, I don't want to look back and be like, man, I didn't appreciate that moment. I wish I could have it back. I've done that as a kid, as a grown up. I'm like, man, I wish I could go back and enjoy being a kid again. You know what I'm saying? So every time I think that, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna embrace this moment. I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm not gonna take it for granted. It was me being Kevin from C. Pleasant, Maryland, who didn't think I'd be here, and just wanted to represent and let people know that it's tough to do, but I did it.
All right, I'm gonna take you up here and show you the studio.
Have you guys had any artists come in?
Yeah.
To the studio?
Yeah, Wale come over a few times. Like I told you, Jay and Beyonce came over here. No one really stepped in and recorded yet, but they all talked about coming out here recording because it's peaceful out here in Oklahoma. So.
Yeah, it's real quiet. What about Kevin's music?
He loved music. He's been writing, he's been recording and stuff like that, but he hasn't let nothing come out yet. Pretty sure he's gonna let everybody hear what he got to say pretty soon.
Okay.
He's good though. He's not just a basketball player trying to become a rapper. He's actually good.
It's not the Kobe thing?
Nah,
it's not one of those situations?
It's a little different, man.
What do you feel the relationship between music and sports is? You're kind of a great person to talk to because you play for the Thunder, but you signed to Rock Nation.
Yeah.
You play basketball, but you got a little music. You have a full studio upstairs. So what do you feel like that relationship is?
I think just the grind of it, the music, in order for you to be an artist a mainstream artist, you gotta do a lot of work, I look at some of these guys' ages and they're in their mid-30s before they even,
get somewhere.
They get established. So I think that we can really appreciate the grind, I think both sides of it, because it takes a lot to get to the NBA. It takes a lot to be a really, really sought after rapper. So I think the grind is what attracts us together. You see a lot of basketball players hanging out with rappers, and I think that's the connection that we can appreciate, the struggles we all went through.
See, when I think about it, I don't really stress about it.
Hustle don't never go unnoticed, baby. I'm with you, I'm with it.
I'm good. They tell you I'm good. She tell you I'm good. What you see?
Will we get a Kevin Durant album? You got the studio.
Yo, I can really rap a little bit though.
You be in a booth?
Yeah, I could do a little something. I've been like doing this working on a little project, you know, when I have time.
Like an EP or something, mixtape?
Yeah, like a little tape, but I won't like put it out. I just like give it to all my homeboys. Give it to
You
my
gotta give it to
teammates.
Revolt, we need it.
I might throw y'all a few tracks, man. But nah, I mean, I'm not one of those NBA rappers that like just go in there and say whatever. Like I really can rap, though. Like I really like take pride in what I say sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, and sometimes I go in there for fun, but for the most part, I really want to send a message. So. You know, maybe down the line,
Maybe
you'll
you
see
get
what
your
I
own,
got.
you know, recording company.
We'll see.
Like
We'll see. I mean, when I'm done playing, though, I really want to, you know, tap into that side and learn about, you know, maybe the business. And I'm really intrigued on how they make music. Like, it's tough to make music. Like, you got to go through a lot of the learning to, you know, make sure everything comes together well. So I can appreciate that about music as well. So maybe down the line, we'll see.
For, you know, this young kid growing up in OKC or a young kid growing up in PG County who has ball dreams, who has hoop dreams, what advice would you give them?
Man, just do it for the love. That's what I tell everybody now. We're in an era where everybody wants to do it for money. Everybody wants to do it for status. I put my quotations around it because I think it's BS. But like, do it for the love, man. Do everything for the love, because you know you can get that satisfaction from it because you actually work for something that you want. I mean, it's not just about what can you buy with it or, you know, what people can you attract with it, but it's more so, I grinded for this. I put my blood and sweat into this, and it's something of mine. You know what I mean? It's my own, and that's how I feel when I play basketball, and that's how I've been feeling since I was 6 years old, man. And I love something, and it's like I'm always gonna be in love with it for the rest of my life, no matter if I can physically play or not. So always do it for the love and enjoy what you do, man. If you don't like it, then try something new.
If you could sit down with 15-year-old PG County Kevin Durant, what would you say to him? What advice would you give him?
Don't stop. Stay humble. Because I got cocky when I was about 15. You know what I'm saying?
You're cockier than you are now?
Yeah, no doubt, man. I felt some success, man. I thought I did it all on my own. And I woke up real quick from that. But stay even, you know, level-headed, because there's going to be ups and downs. And have fun with it, man. Enjoy every opportunity, embrace every trial and tribulation, and just keep rolling with the punches.